Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dares say. So, where are we today? Well, let's have a look, shall we? This is video 8 today for me. So, you've had a right treat, haven't you? You've had over 2 hours of content, about 2 hours, 15 minutes once this is done. And that's 7 on here and one video on Poker's International, which you might want to jump over and have a little watch and give it a little like and subscribe and let me know what you think in comment section. We're going to be doing stuff on there regular now, all courtesy of Human Nutrients. Pop, pop, bang. Thank you very much. Right, here we go. Big shout out to Gary at Welcome to States. I hope you're well, Gaz. Nice to hear from you yesterday. Big shout out to Spartan Demolition as well. Scott, hope you're well. I should be having Adam Etchits on this week at some point, and Tim. All being well, they're going to be fighting on a Dennis show, Big Ron show in Thailand. Eh? That should be interesting, shouldn't it? A Big Ron show, eh? What an opportunity in life that is. It's like everybody's dream, isn't it? To fight for Big Ron. To be fair to Big Ron, he was the last guy to put a show on the BBC, on terrestrial TV, BBC One. Dennis was the last guy to promote on there. So it looks like there's no room at the inn for him on BBC and Sky. So it's fight zone for Big Ron. Okie dokie. I wonder if Tommy Fury is going to do a triathlon today or another half a marathon because he keeps popping up at these finishing lines, doesn't he? But everybody seems to be complaining, saying he's cheating his way through for PR. Do you know all these photos we keep seeing of him in his wench and that and all these photos at the end? It's all a bit. I don't know, it's shocking, isn't it, really? But I'd be up for doing an half a marathon with Tommy Fury just to prove that he can't run an half a marathon in an hour and a half. I think that's a load of absolute pony macaroni. See what it is with me, you see, once you tell me a lie, anything else you say to me, it's no good, is it? If Tyson Fury comes out tomorrow and he says he's retired, nobody's going to believe him, are they? Tommy Fury comes out and says, I've never had a steroid in my life. Nobody'd believe him, would they? Do you know what I mean? But then again, when people get convicted of things, like cheating in sport with drugs, they never admit it, do they? It's like a rapist. How many rapists do we know that say, yeah, I raped her or I raped him? Nobody, do they? Nobody admits it, do they? Nobody wants to be known as a cheat, do they? You know what I mean? Or a wrong'un. So it is what it is. But I want to ask the question: is Anthony Joshua, aka Big Meech, is he retired? I think he's finished me now. I think he's knackered without Tyson Fury. I think they're just hanging around like bad smells, hoping to get a fight. Like a Jake Paul fight or an Ngannou type fight. Something like that. It wouldn't even surprise me if Eddie Hills tried to slip in a fight with Joshua and Butter Bean. No, not Super Bean Adam Smith, Butter Bean. Do you know what I mean? But what can you do? Right? It is what it is. Boxing King Media have just put a statement out. Somebody's just sent me. I think it's quite funny, actually. Explaining how they don't buy subscribers. Well, this is how I look at it. Whether they do or whether they don't. If you're averaging 28,000 a video and you've got 1.1 million subscribers, you're bigger than Jonathan Ross, aren't you? You'd have your own chat show on ITV, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be chasing up and down the country, would you, for an average of 28,000? Eh? So what are the other 1.1 million doing? They don't exist. Pop, pop, bang. Boxing King Media came out of nowhere. Isn't that right, PC Gully? Big mates with Liam Cameron, whose bird's doing 6 year, 11 month for cocaine. Isn't that right, Steffi Bull, doing 10 year for cocaine? All these people getting locked up, eh? And they're all we're all living within 5 or 6 mile of Boxing King Media. Now, I'm not saying that he's spying on everybody at these after show parties, but what happens with coppers is this. They're never off duty. So you're letting them hang around the sport like bad smells. They're going to pick up on things, aren't they? They're going to build relationships with people. They're going to be manipulative and they're going to find out what is going on. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, my porky sense is tingling because I've done a lot of porridge myself. So I kind of feel for people that are not streetwise, let's just say. So I'm one of them people, I don't really trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. Not in the sport of boxing, not with what I saw after 6 year, 3 month. Lies on a daily basis from people in the industry. They come with smiles, then stick a knife in your back within 10 seconds. So it is what it is. So nobody believes anything Boxing King Media says because he's old Bill. If he isn't old Bill, come on Porky's Corner and do a Zoom with me and I'll put it to you. Oh, I'll come and knock on your door. Choice is yours. PC Gully. I pulled Peter Fury about it. He went, well, yeah, he is, but, he's took a year out because he's had an heart murmur or something. I'm like, wow. I haven't spoke to Peter since. I said, what are you going on there for? Well, he's all right. I said, he's a copper. Peter there done a 10 stretch and he wants to be doing interviews with coppers. Same as all these other people want to get on there because they see how many subscribers they've got and they think, woo, 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 woo. They're not thinking about ride and doing the right thing. All right, but what am I going to do? Lambast everybody that goes on there. It's a free world, isn't it? It's just not for me. When I'm seeing people that have had run-ins with law, and I've seen people who complain to me about parking tickets and speeding tickets in the industry, and then they're going on there on a copper's channel. I can't get my head round it. If he's not a copper, let him come out and show his face in an interview because he didn't want to show his face, does he? He's snirkling around in the background. That's what's happening. And he's seeing too much what's going on. It's there in black and white. Coppers in the sport. Hey? And nobody's doing a thing about it. Nobody's doing a thing about it. I've even got pals of mine talking to him. I'm like, wow. Wow. So that's where we're at on that one. So Usyk versus Parker, will it happen? I'd like to think so, but if Parker fights Wardley, which it's looking like October next month, that's a good fight. The winner's got to get Usyk, but I don't think he's going to fight this year. Why Bricktop and the WBO feel the need to complain about Usyk, I don't know. They just want to get that belt off him, don't they? They're always looking to dislodge them belts. Why can't we just have one champion? One champion. But if I were Usyk, I'd put the lot of them in the bin and keep the Ring Magazine belt. That's what I'd do. I'd put the lot in the bin and say, have them. Go and share them out amongst everybody. Because we all know who the man is, don't we? We know who the man is. When Larry Holmes, right, years and years ago, just wanted to deal with IBF, we knew he was the man, didn't we? We knew. You mind there were other belts. Larry was the man, wasn't he? It's promoters that want them belts split up so that TV can put real title fight on the posters. Do you know what I mean? No. Spotty Frank's piped up, I see. He's saying that Eddie Hills, in the blue corner from Billericay. Eddie Hills, the 7-0 Iceman. 5 by way of, course. But no footage. Spotty Frank saying that Eddie Hills might broker a deal for Carl Froch on his behalf to fight Darren Till. Why would Carl Froch want to give Eddie Hills a slice of the cake? Isn't he supposed to be chasing Eddie for a slice of the Joshua cake for introducing them? Now it looks like he could be giving Eddie a slice. Oh, how the tables have turned. Froch, why don't you just knock him out? Why don't you just knock him out, Froch? Like you told me you were going to, I might just knock him out. Well, get on with it. Don't talk about it. I'll have you on my channel, Russ. Don't talk about it. Get on with it. Think before you open your pie hole. All right? Instead of shit in your pants. Go fill him in if he owes you money. You mind palling him up and blowing him off if he likes you. He'll come on your channel, Carl. If he don't like you, he won't. But he might come on your channel just to broker that deal. You know, and get his son a slice of the cake. If he gets you 5 mil, he gets a mil for himself, doesn't he? And then rubs your nose in it. And then you'll get your 4 mil, you're happy then, but it's not come out of his pocket. I don't know. Getting played there, Cobra. Spotty Frank going on about building up the Leo Atang fight against Atoma. Right, there's 2 year age difference, isn't there, between them, but this is how I look at it. There's about 8 year difference in ability, so that fight's light years away. But Wardley Parker's a good fight next month, and I'd like to think that Wardley flattens him because Parker's got to be perfect for 36 minutes. Perfect. And if he ain't, he'll be visiting Button Moon like Hooney. And it's Big Freeze was still walking around with a dint in his head bigger than Bricktop's forehead. So, did everybody get any text messages from government the other day about 3 o'clock? Well, yesterday. What is all that about? There's something going on, isn't there? There's something going on. All right. Uh, it is what it is. Like I said before, we said earlier, there's a video on Porky's International. If you want to jump over there, subscribe and have a little watch of that video. I'm going to stick one on there every day in unboxing, just to cheese a few people off and make my sponsors happy. Crawford. I think he stops Jug Cheat Canelo late on rounds 10, 11, 12. That's what I'm going to go for. In my bet, he might not, but I've just got a funny feeling that his goose is cooked, Canelo. His goose is absolutely cooked. Oh, it is what it is. Will the BBC put live boxing on again? Yeah, I think they will, but when they're going to get round to it, I don't know. Bean going on about Ergovic being next for a Toma, but hadn't signed and that. Look, even he might be too much for a Toma. Do you know what I mean? But when you've got a WBO #1 ranking, you can't start wanting to fight guys in top 50. You've got to go for the top guys. So let's see. Put him in with him. But they're all going to want big money, aren't they, to fight that kid now? But we're only going on sparring stories. The kid's had an hour in ring and 26 rounds. If he were to win a world title after, say, 27, 28 rounds, it'd be a record, wouldn't it? He still won't have the experience, though, would he, against some of them? So styles make fights. So, but when you've got people like Super Bean bigging him up on that, it's embarrassing because really they should be saying he's a novice. The kids have 13 fights, 26 rounds, and not all completed rounds. He is an absolute novice at professional level. Get a grip, Super Bean. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to sing for your supper now, aren't you? Now you're not a big head honcho at Sky Sports. So it is what it is. Looks to me like the WBO are trying to bully Usyk, but Usyk's not going to fight this year. But who we're going to see next for a Toma? Is it Jarrell Miller, big 24 stone fat man? Anderson, who's not really that good. Ergovic, he's not, great shakes. Chisora's 42. So that lot are not exactly top tier. So let's get him in with Fury. I'd like to see Fury, Atoma, Joshua Atoma. Why not? It's only a fight. Do you know what I mean? It's only a fight. No, it is what it is. So that's about it, really. I hope Tommy Fury can sleep well in his bed after telling lies and whoppers. Does anybody believe out that lot say them Furies? Totally embarrassing, aren't they? Absolutely. How did anybody ever buy into them? Go look at all the Tyson got 4 wins over champions, 2 over Wilder, Vladimir and Cunningham, and that's it. Is that it? Is that it for them all? What the big fighting men, eh? Go fight Moses Atome, Tyson. Stop crying about the Usyk loss. You know what I mean? Or take small end at purse and go fight Usyk again. He's just bloodier again. Okie doke. Go on, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. 7 videos on Porky's Corner today, eh? Booyaka. And don't forget, one on Porky's International, which we're going to concentrate on now. So, anyway, scripts now for our members area for Porky's Corner. So, I'm going to look after them boys tomorrow. Go on, peace out. Booyaka. Here's another 15-minute for you. Big shout out, Human Nutrients, yet again. Don't forget to click the link in the comment section, pinned to the top of the video. Okie dokie. Max, get in touch with me. I want to know what weight you are, Max. I've been told Leona's made you a stew and dumplings. I know you don't drink, Max, but I've been told Leona's been feeding you stew and dumplings again. Max, that's not good, that. It reminds me of when you stayed up at Chris Medley's one night. And there was a knock at door and Chris says, who's that at effing door? And Max goes, oh, yeah, I've just ordered a stuffed crust pizza. Go on, Max. Pop, pop, bang.